Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Nama Budaya. Honorable Board of Judges and respected audience, my name is Niputu Maharani and I'm standing here today as a representative of Luwu Utara District Prosecutor Office, and I'm going to give my thought on such an interesting topic, which is legal certainty, humanism towards economic recovery. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, Indonesia is a legal state, which is reflected by the legislation that is present in Indonesian law. In addition, almost all aspects in social life are regulated in clear laws that exist in Indonesia. Through law, the government is able to regulate and discipline the community so that life in society becomes more orderly. In law, there are three things that must be contained in the law as identity values, and one of them is the principle of legal certainty. Legal certainty has several meanings: that there is clarity, it must not lead to multiple interpretations in the law, it must not be contradictory between regulations, and the regulation can be implemented. Legal certainty itself can be a legal instrument for a country and can guarantee the rights and obligations of every citizen in accordance with the culture that exists in that society. Legal certainty must also be resolved humanly, meaning that it is not only completed in court, but also by improving and bringing legal services closer to a more human society. As we hear a lot about restorative justice now, the principle of restorative justice are currently being adopted by law enforcement in Indonesia. Restorative justice is a method that is philosophically designed to be a resolution of the ongoing conflict by improving the situation or losses caused by the conflict. The purpose of restorative justice is to obtain a fair and balanced legal decision for both the victim and the perpetrator. The main principle in restorative justice is law enforcement that always prioritizes restoration back to its original state and restores the pattern of good relations in society. The Attorney General's Office also issued a policy regarding restorative justice through the Attorney General's Regulations Perja number 15 of 2020 concerning termination of prosecution based on restorative justice. Based on Article 2 of Perja number 15 of 2020, the considerations for implementing the concept of restorative justice are carried out based on the principles of justice, public interest, proportionality, punishment as a last resort, and the principle of fast, simple, and low cost. Restorative justice is also a legal certainty because the case is still resolved even though it is not through a trial. Humanistic law enforcement is a breakthrough in handling without using violence in the examination process to find evidence and confession of suspects. Humanistic law enforcement is also given fairly, not only to the suspect but also to the victim. In addition to taking action, the prosecutor's office also increases its role in providing legal certainty and benefits. Legal certainty in humanistic ways is expected to increase public and world trust in the state, government, and law enforcement system in Indonesia. When public and world trust in Indonesia is built, investors do not hesitate to invest in Indonesia. So we hope that public trust in the law enforcement system in Indonesia can help Indonesia's economic recovery. The role of law in the economic development of a nation is something that cannot be ignored. So it is very clear if the legal conditions of a nation are effective, then economic development and recovery will be easy to implement. However, on the other hand, if the law is not able to play an effective role, it will certainly have a negative impact on economic development. To conclude, the relationship between legal certainty, humanism towards economic recovery cannot be separated. All of these things form a unity that Indonesia wants to realize. With legal certainty in humane ways, it is hoped that it will increase public trust in the law enforcement system in Indonesia, which will then have an impact on the public's willingness to invest in recovering the nation's economy. Thank you. Have a nice day.